to the A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Hey guys, welcome back to the A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. This your girl Nell.
And this your girl, Nay. What's up? What it do, boo?
Yeah. And we are recording this on International Women's Day. So shout out to all those women podcasters out there. Do your thing. And this is episode 31. And before we get started, what happened last week? Oh, Terrence bought a house with his soon-to-be wife, Markina, in the countryside of Tallahassee.
Yeah.
So shout out to Terrence and Markina for that. Congratulations. I'll be planning my trip there soon. And
Congrats.
And on Saturday, I went to the American Museum of Natural History, which I like to call the Dinosaur Museum.
Yeah.
It was cool, but it was more for kids, or if you were on a date and your date is a deep person and like to stare at art and stuff. That's what it was for. But so, yeah, I saw a lot of couples and children ripping and running around. But I also realized that museums aren't for me. I'm not that cultured yet. Maybe I can go to an art gallery because I think I can stare at a painting for a long time, because I remember this one time we went on a field trip. And we went to an art gallery, and it was this painting of this girl sitting on a bench outside by herself, and she looked
that
so
sad
alone.
girl.
Yeah, and she looked so alone. And I was like, I feel her. I felt that was me.
I think it was called The Lonely Girl.
And it was such a good artwork. It spoke to me.
Oh my God.
It spoke to me. Anywho, I'm drinking my last little bit of Moscato from Sicily. So what are you drinking on?
I actually have Moscato too from Yellowtail, and I threw a few slices of strawberries in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to do anything, but it looks pretty.
It definitely looks pretty.
And actually tomorrow, I think, I'm going to start going back to the gym. We had to take a month. We had to take a month off because of Joe's surgery, and I didn't want to go to the gym by myself.
Because you're insane, just like you don't get in Ubers by yourself?
I don't, or taxis. I can't do it. I'm trying to live.
What?
Okay.
Can you ride a subway by yourself?
Yeah, it's as long as there's a lot of other people on there with me. I'm not getting on a subway cart by myself to get murdered.
Oh my gosh. Anywho, let's talk about the All-Star Weekend.
The All-Star Day.
Oh, yeah, it was a day. It was just Sunday. But did you hear? If we go on a tangent real quick. Did you hear about all the people, or the girls, I would say, Instagram girls, who went to Atlanta, and one of them, didn't have enough money to come home. I guess she thought she was going to meet a baller, and she didn't. So she started a GoFundMe account to get her home.
Oh, my God.
And then there was these other people it was so many hotels that was full. These people had to stay in a U-Haul. Because it was like a party bus back there.
Yeah. I think Joe told me that. Yeah, Joe told me about that.
It was unbelievable, but they had a good time in that bag. They had a good time. Okay. Anyway, let's get to the All-Star Day.
Okay.
And first of all, I know some players didn't even want it to be an All-Star Day, like my boy LeBron. Do you think during a global pandemic that this was a good idea? And also, do you think that this would be a super spreader event? A super spreader.
I'm not sure what that is.
That means everybody gonna have COVID, and now they gonna spread it to everybody when they go back home to their different states.
No. Okay, yeah, I think they should have had an All-Star Day. But because come on, how long I can't do it as much longer. We need something. So we needed something to take us away from being stuck in the house. I haven't been out the house in like a year unless it was just to go to the store or to get my hair done or my nails.
Speaking of your hair, I like that burnt orange. Are you going to show the people? You should post
Yes,
a
this
picture or
is.
something on the podcast page. It's cute.
Yeah, it's burnt orange, or you can say copper red. It's 350. That's the number if y'all want to know. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I don't know if I guess they didn't check the people before they came in, but I think they had on masks, which it helps preventing from spreading it. But yeah, we needed something. Didn't last year it got canceled? So we can't be.
No, last year they had it at full fledged because remember our boy Dame Dollar performed halftime?
Oh, I didn't watch it because remember I said I didn't see that. I had to go back and see.
Because the thing is, because usually when it's an all-star weekend, we only watch the Saturday events. We don't watch the actual games that come on Sunday.
That's
so
true.
Since it was an all-star day, that's why I actually
and I was upset that they forced us to, because we never watched the actual game. They forced us to watch the game because the the dunk contest was at halftime.
Yeah, so
as soon as it was over, I left.
No,
I left.
Well, you missed a show, but we're going to get into that later because they put on a clinic. Anywho, before the game, obviously it was Team LeBron versus Team Durant. The two biggest vote getters get their team or whatever. Get to pick the team. So I actually watched the draft on TNT. And do you think there was any shade with LeBron and Durant not picking? They left the Utah players last, even though Utah Jazz have the best record in the league. They left their two players last. Like you get picked last in kickball, they got picked last.
Yeah.
They was first last.
They haters. Okay. People think Durant looks so nice and he'll really be into all that drama and stuff, and LeBron too. LeBron, if there's a fight, he walking the other way, turning the other cheek.
That's my boy.
But they sneaky. Okay, it be them ones that seem nice that they really ain't. They pick the best players last. Who does that?
They did. I heard that LeBron wanted him to know that this still his league, okay? And y'all getting picked last, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, okay? I don't even think they show. First of all, it was the Dame and Steph show. Let me just throw that out there. Yeah. But regarding picking these Utah players last, LeBron did say there was no slander to the Utah Jazz. You guys got to understand. Just like in video games growing up, we never played with Utah. As great as Karl Malone and John Stockton was, we would never pick those guys to play in video games. And I think this is true. Like, it's certain people like, since we're more comfortable or familiar with NFL, it's certain NFL teams you're not going to play with. You're not going to play with Jacksonville Jaguars. You're not going to play with the Jets.
Cleveland Browns. Well, you might this year.
This year we might play. But yeah, it's certain people. But it was still some shade there, LeBron. It was still shady. Some shade.
He's a shady mofo. Shady. You never win when you play dirty.
That's so funny. But also, were you surprised that he picked his enemy/rival PG-13, Paul George?
I didn't know they was enemy/rivals. I would have been more surprised if he picked Kyrie Irving.
We're going to get to him. I don't like him. He even before he picked PG, he was like, even though we rivals and enemies such and such, I'm going to pick this guy. But then he was like, no, I'm just playing. But because he played for the Clippers.
He wasn't playing.
That's what somebody said. He won't play, but because they play for the Clippers, is LA, you either Clipper or Lakers. You can't be both. Okay, you cannot be both.
You can't do it. I used to like PG-3.
Me too,
but for some reason I just don't now. I don't know why. I just don't. I think he better than he is.
That because he called himself Playoff P, and I have a couple of names that's better than Playoff P. Skip Bayless called him Pandemic P. Okay, because the pandemic wore him out. Okay, where you at, Playoff P?
Where you at? I think after he got that injury, that really bad injury, he never been the same. He came back different. He different.
He was different, yeah. He looked very sad and upset. And I put this in a group chat yesterday with all y'all. He looked very sad and upset at the game. And you know what? Dame Lillard making all those threes didn't make it no better. Because you remember that controversy last year in the bubble.
Yeah.
That didn't make him feel no better, Dame. Okay, thank you. Anyway, and you know how PG, his name is actually kind of cool because PG is his initials and then 13 is his number. But PG-13 is also like a movie rating for parents strongly cautioned. Like cautioned.
Yeah.
And it's 5 different ratings for movies. And I think, and you got the G for the general audiences. You got the PG for parental guidance. PG-13, which is his parents strongly cautioned. Rated R, which means if you're under 17, you require a parent. And then you got the NC-17, which is adults only. I think if we had to rename him, I rename him just G for general audiences. Because you know how sometimes kids under a certain age don't have to pay for movies or events like kids under 2.
Yeah.
Because nobody should have to pay for that performance.
Oh my God.
The tickets should be free. Okay. So your name is G now. It's no PG-13. It's just G. Okay.
Just G?
Just G.
Okay. That's funny.
But he ended up with a quiet 17 points.
Then because like I said, I was halfway paying attention because I don't pay attention to the actual game. We was talking. Amazing. It was like
I was smiling from cheek to cheek. Even when I went to bed, I was still smiling.
No, I didn't. I barely paid attention to the actual like events because Joe had his Q brothers over here. They was loud, cracking, making jokes. Nobody was paying attention to the TV but me. But I did make everybody be quiet when they premiered the trailer to that Michael B. Jordan movie. I made everybody be quiet then. They knew what was up.
Whatever. But anyway, during the draft, KD did pick his teammates, Kyrie Irving and James Harden. You think he was being nice?
Yeah, those were default picks. That's what I call them. Default picks.
Okay.
Yeah, those was pity picks.
And James Harden, James Harden and Kyrie started off really good. And I was at one point, I even put in the group, James Harden need to go sit down because he's scoring too many points right now. I need him to go sit down. Anyway, let's discuss the events, the skills competition. They eliminated all our folk in the first round. It was
all our people. Yeah, and the skills competition, I saw when I first started, it was Chris Paul and his component. I mean his opponent. I saw because that's where. So the first 2, I didn't see, but
Luka got eliminated quick. It's with the bounce pass. Well, not the bounce pass, but the pass that go anything.
Yeah, I was rooting for Chris Paul because I think he won it before. So I was just rooting for him, but he got eliminated the first round.
I don't think he
won nobody before. Even made. Oh, and none of us made it to the second round.
None of us.
What you doing?
No, we didn't make it at all. Yeah. Anyway, my favorite event of the night, the 3-point shootout.
Whoop, whoop.
First of all, that's not fair, Steph. They need to retire him from the 3-point shootout because it's not fair.
It's not. First of all, I'm mad Dame Dollar stepped down from the 3-point shootout because we need the world. The world wants to see Dame Dollar versus Curry. Mm-hmm. That would be like the best thing ever. Like, what you doing to us, Dame? You know you could have won that. What you doing?
That would have been so. Oh my gosh, Steph Curry did amazing.
So I was rooting for Steph Curry because he's like the best shooter in the game. So the best 3-point shooter in the game. So I was rooting for him, but then Mike Conley, Mike showed up and showed the out. He really did. He repping Utah. First of all,
they don't want to see Utah win. Go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, he been in the league for 14 years. This is his first All-Star pick selection.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
So he came up and he was like, I'm about to show y'all what y'all missing? Okay, he my MVP because he showed up and he showed out. Okay, unlike Jaylen Brown, this was his first time here, and he showed it. He just showed up because he wanted to tell his mama he made it to the All-Star. That's it. He was just happy to be there because I could have shot more than 17 points. You ain't gonna go in the final round with no 17 points. You need at least 20.
Mm-hmm. It was. Oh my God! If Steph would have missed that, he had to get every. Oh my God! He only won by 1 point. That was so. That was the drama bit because they had thought he was gonna lose, and then they forgot that his money he had and went to his money rack. Yeah, because one of the announcers was like, "Oh, when he was at the center tee and he was missing him." The one announcers, I think it was Kenny, he was like, "Oh, he might lose this. He gonna lose." And then somebody was like, "No, his money rack coming up." And then he was like, "Oh, okay."
It was close. And I like how he went to his wife and gave her dap afterwards. Like, we got this. Or dap, whatever.
I wish she had the energy of Gabrielle Union. Because that Gabrielle Union would have been up, would have chest bumped him, would have been like, "Let's go." You not no hand clap. No. We would have had a couple chest bumps. I'd have been on the court. What y'all talking about? That's why I remember they had to tell Gabrielle Union she got to sit a few rows back. That would be me.
Me too, because that was amazing stuff. So I need to give him a personal shout out because I was rooting for Mike. I was rooting for him originally. Then Mike showed up and I was like, okay, I like Mike. And then Steph came. Yeah. And I had to change it back. I had to go back. Sorry.
Anyway, so next would be the dunk competition, which I think sucked. I don't think it was any amazing dunks. It's no originality. It seemed like they do the same dunks that they can do in a game. You're supposed to do dunks that can't be performed in the actual game. It was. I didn't like it.
I think they need to eliminate the dunk contest as a whole because because like you said, nothing's different. We keep seeing the same dunks over and over and over and over, and it's like, what are y'all doing? I need to see somebody bounce off a baby trampoline, do a backflip, and then a 360 whirlwind, or whatever you call that. I need to see that. I need to see something like that.
More creativity.
Because what I seen yesterday, what I did see, because like I said, it wasn't great. So I left.
It wasn't good. And the 3-point, I think the 3-point shooters and the shooting has become more important because usually even in the All-Star games, when I did used to watch it, it used to be like 100 dunks. Now it's 100 threes. People, I think, are more prone. They like the 3-point play better. So obviously Team LeBron won again. So that makes Team LeBron 4-0 since they started this whole team thing. Steph ended up with 28 points. Dame ended up with 32 points. And did you know Dame Dollar scored the last 11? Did you see his last 11 points, Nate? Oh yeah, because you didn't see the. Go see the last 2 minutes of the game, Nate. Because Dame showed y'all it was Dame time.
Yeah, I saw the last maybe 2 possessions because I know Steph came down. He shot a 3 because he wanted to win it, but he missed it. Then they went back down the other way, and then Dame came back and just shot it from what looked like half court or almost half court.
He scored the last 11 points, which was crazy. 3 3-pointers and a layup. And did you see the one 3-point? He did a 3. Lillard did a 3-point over the halfway line at one point. And then I guess Curry was like, "Nah, you're not going to do all that." But when Curry came back and shot another 3, it was above the line. So Dame did the longest 3 of the night. He was actually on the other side of the half-point line. I was like, what am I witnessing right now? I couldn't believe what I was watching. Like, I didn't care about nobody else on the court. LeBron James, I don't think even played the second half, and I didn't care. Because I'm watching the Dame and Steph
Curry show. Yeah, okay?
Steph. That's just crazy. And also, I wanted to mention when I just said Damian hit the 3 from
game winner.
Not the game winner. The other one where he was over the half-point line. And now, and Steph in his mind, because he saw that, he was like, "Oh, you shooting from the half court too? Okay, I'm gonna shoot from the parking lot." Because they was trying to shoot from everywhere. And I saw LeBron tweet something about. He said, "I kept telling Dame and Steph to go further and further to see how they can get." And he said they kept doing it. They kept going further and further away.
They might as well have been the only two people on the court on that team.
Yes. Got somebody shooting from the parking lot, somebody shooting from the hospital down the street. It's just crazy. That was one of the best All-Star games I had seen in a while. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And I was very happy because I watched Undisputed and oh my God, Skip be hating. Skip was hating so much on LeBron picking shooters instead of picking big guys. And then he was like, but even the shooters he picked aren't doing good this year. He specifically said Steph Curry and Damian Lillard are not good shooters this year. They're not shooting the three like they used to. And then look, they went and showed they natural black behinds on Skip. And then after the game, Skip tweeted, still hating. Can't even get nobody his props. He tweeted something like, yeah, their game is better suited for an all-star game, not a playoff game.
Oh wow!
I don't understand what's wrong with Skip Bayless. I had to say one thing about Kawhi. Why they was Leonard.
He was in the game.
He was in the game, and I saw him before the game, and I noticed because his braids were so lit. He had to get his hair done 2 minutes before the game started.
Oh my God!
His hair was on point. Okay.
First of all, how old he is, 40, and he still got braids. Anyway, I did see him before the game, and he's very tall. I know. I said that when I saw him.
Yeah. Tall with broad shoulders. Yeah. Time for our flashback moment. And it's regarding the dunk contest. And last year, remember Aaron Gordon got robbed for the second time? Mm-hmm. He need to always be in a dunk contest, but I don't think he wants to be in it anymore because he keep getting robbed. But he got creative dunks, okay? Yeah, and I think he and more superstars should be in the dunk contest. What do you think? Because that man deserves at least an honorary dunk contest trophy winner. Do they give away underwear?
They need to. They need to go back and they need to review the tape and give him his 2 dunk contest trophies because that's not right. That's not right at all.
Shout out to Aaron. But so the lesson of the week, okay? Be more like LeBron. If you don't enter the contest, you can't lose.
You can't do it.
You can't lose. Aaron, okay? Don't lose.
Oh my God. Okay.
Let's get to the highlight of the week. Do you want to do our secret word now or highlight?
We can do the highlight first.
Okay, the highlight of the week is when I had a good 4, but I picked this one since we're talking about basketball and it's Women's History Month. Renee Montgomery, she became the first former WNBA player to become both owner and executive of a WNBA team, and that team is the Atlanta Dream. She's a part owner and executive. Okay. She's only 34 years old, so that she my age. She owning the team. What am I doing wrong? Okay, she entered the league more than 10 years ago. She won a national championship in 2009 with UConn. And she also won 2 WNBA titles with the Minnesota Lynx in 2015 and 2017. She opted out of this past 2020 season, citing she needed to focus more on her social justice activism. Yep. Mm-hmm. And soon after that, she announced her retirement. So kudos to Renee Montgomery. I'm pretty sure this will not be our last time hearing from you. And
kudos to her. But I also wanted to give a shout out to, I don't know if you saw like the introduction to the all-star players. I wanted to give a shout out to FAMU Band. I seen the Rattlers out there.
Marching 100.
Yep, and also Grambling University too. Grambling, I think it's called. So Grambling and FAMU actually played this year on FAMU's homecoming. So 2 Black colleges with good bands are going to be at FAMU homecoming. So check that out. Shout out FAMU. Shout out Tallahassee.
Florida A&M. Florida A&M. All right, so we're going to reveal our secret word now for our contest. We would like all you guys to enter to win, I think, like 2 bottles of wine, and the secret word is twins with a Z. So to enter to win, you have to download this episode 31. 2, share our page or any of our posts on your Instagram story,
and make sure you add
you have
us
to add us so we
yeah.
can actually see it. And D, you have to DM us the secret word, which is twins with a Z. TWINZ, to enter for a chance to win 2 bottles of wine to be shipped directly to your address. Okay.
Yep. Y'all know y'all want that wine. It make y'all wind down and feel fine. I'm drinking it now.
Yep. And don't forget to join our Patreon page. We do post exclusive things on there every Friday. So become a patron for our Patreon page.
Yeah, so exclusive content is posted every Friday. That means content that is not on our other social media pages like Facebook and IG. So this will be only for our special Patreon members, okay? And we have 3 different tiers, so go on and see the different options and choose the best one for you.
That's right. Talk about your HR business.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it do. Follow us on IG at HCMGMT Consulting, HCMGMT Consulting on IG. There's a link in our bio for our Facebook page. And also our website is under construction right now. We're changing it up. We switching it up. So it's down right now under construction, but you guys can always DM us or email us, and that is all in our bio. Our email address is in our bio, and you can send us a direct message if you need our help.
That's right. That's right. So we will talk to you guys later. Peace out.
Bye. Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at The Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.